Back in the day, cow-calf producers could profit simply from selling commodity calves without any documentation on calf health history. Today, savvy producers profit from preconditioning calves. In fact, premiums for preconditioned calves have been documented at 15-year highs. To better understand why such price premiums exist, we decided to turn to a feedlot manager who regularly tries to fill his pens with preconditioned calves. Cattleman to Cattleman reporter Brian Baxter takes us to Nebraska to learn more.
Cattle feeding profitability hinges on the ability to keep cattle healthy and gaining efficiently to ultimately produce a quality end product. Craig UDEN and his team at Darr Feedlot near Cozad, Nebraska have years of experience caring for their animals, ensuring they meet the highest quality standards.
We do a lot of retained ownership feeding for customers throughout the entire United States. That was the backbone of this operation in 1983 and continues on today. So we started this operation with approximately 2,500 head, and we've grown it to about 45,000 capacity today.
For these Nebraska feeders, one secret to success is buying calves that have been properly preconditioned. Preconditioning programs combine vaccination, nutrition, and management practices designed to prepare calves to best withstand the stresses of weaning.
Any given year, we can wean 15 to 20,000 head of calves for our customers, and that's both retained ownership and cattle we buy for customers. And so it's very important these cattle have a good vaccination program because it just can't cover that many cattle without it.
We get cattle from multiple different states, multiple different sources, and so when cattle get here, they're exposed to a lot of different things. It's kind of like sending your kids to school. You know, lots of different bugs floating around. The more prepared those calves are in terms of a vaccination program, deworming program, the more successful we'll be in keeping them healthy and productive.
If I'm buying them, I won't buy them if they're not preconditioned, and if it's retained ownership, customer will strongly encourage him to do it. If he doesn't, we'll show him data of why he should, and if he doesn't, then probably next year he will. It's dramatic, the difference.
A strong preconditioning program such as SelectVac from Pfizer Animal Health helps reduce the likelihood that calves will get sick after they enter the feedlot, which equals reduced time, labor, and treatment costs.
Preconditioned calves to a buyer represent animals that have reduced health risk. So they expect to treat fewer animals, have fewer problems associated with health.
Most of these calves will be fed 200 days, and if we're fighting these cattle for the first 100 days, you're gonna lose half your performance in those cattle, and thus you're gonna see some huge losses. And what we see is the cattle that have been preconditioned, if they do get sick, those cattle respond and right back into the pen.
I think anytime you get into a group of cattle that hasn't been preconditioned, you're going to see a higher incidence of sickness, respiratory illness, and anytime you have that kind of damage, it's going to decrease their efficiency and their ability to gain and produce.
SelectVac is a branded, third-party verified preconditioning program that has earned a reputation for delivering healthier, higher-value calves. With a strong science-based approach using Pfizer Animal Health products such as the BulvaShield Gold line of vaccines, Cattle Master Gold, One Shot, and Dectamax, producers can turn to SelectVac for flexible yet proven health and management protocols.
The SelectVac program is a program that does provide third-party verification and documentation of the health and other management practices that the cattle have had at their previous operation. It provides, I think, great credibility. It provides documentation, and I think it's a science-based program that we know provides additional value when it's implemented. Producers have options as to which types of SelectVac program they might enter their cattle into. It gives producers an option to choose a program that best fits what they want to do and accomplish.
The documentation, knowing what they have, so if we have problems, we can go back to the ranch and see, what may have happened, what didn't happen, start bringing minerals in and whatever some deficiencies and adjust that program, and basically opens the line of communication.
Everybody knows with the Select Vac program what those cattle have had and the requirements of that program, and I think that makes it a lot less confusing to the people trying to buy. The peace of mind of knowing that those cattle probably have been prepared as well as they can be for what they're going to be exposed to here makes our job a lot easier.
I trust Select Vac because I trust the people, and again, it's about building relationships, and those relationships are really built on having different programs and having speakers come in and tell us why and show us why. Then we go ahead and use those products and we see the results.
Cow-calf producers who follow a documented preconditioning program reap strong benefits on sale day.
Superior has a data set that's gone over a number of years that's documented differences in their health programs. Calves that have been weaned, vaccinated, for example, have garnered increased returns for ranchers for numbers of years.
In fact, 2008 price premiums range from $8.20 to $9.36 per hundredweight, equaling about $46 to $53 more per head. Buyers are willing to pay a premium for calves with documentation of a proven branded preconditioning program.
I would encourage producers to consider preconditioning programs in order to better market their cattle, as well as to improve the value of their cattle. Buyers, of course, need to know the information, the background of their cattle. And by having records of the health program that they've been through at their previous place, their previous operation, really allows them to manage their cattle appropriately. These protocols that are established are the same no matter what state these cattle are purchased in, and so there's a level of predictability that goes with a branded program.
When cattle trade hands, there just needs to be that validation that it was done and done properly, and if it was done properly, then we as producers or feeders have the confidence that we can go ahead and buy those calves and they will perform.
Many producers vaccinate their calves and still don't really know what they gave, and so it's important from our standpoint to know that if they've been through a third-party verified program, they got the program requirements were met, and that way we have a better idea of exactly what those calves got, because many times they've been vaccinated but we don't really know what for, and so you're kind of forced to treat them as just as a group of calves that isn't vaccinated.
The team at Darr Feedlot also values the expertise they're able to draw upon from the Pfizer Animal Health team.
We have a pretty good relationship with them, being able to talk with them on a personal level about the concerns that we have. So just the standpoint of knowing that if there are issues, they're easily taken care of is a big part of why we use their products.
Select Vac is administered by Pfizer, has a large support from veterinary operations people, territory managers, and I think a fairly large array of people. So support that might be needed is readily available both at the ranch and the feedlot.
I think they do a great job of communicating with the producers, both the feedlot and the cow-calf. And that's what it's about, is bridging these gaps to make a better product for a consuming public.
And producing a higher quality product benefits all segments of the beef industry.
Preconditioning programs have been around for quite a long time, and I think that they are an example of how the livestock industry, the cattle industry, really stewards or takes care of animals responsibly through preventive health and management plans that really benefit the industry. This is a process that started at the ranch that ends in the feedlot. But in the end, each segment of the industry benefits.
In general, most producers are trying to do the right thing in terms of the program that they use. Sometimes there is a little bit of confusion with different products as far as what they're actually addressing with the vaccines that they're giving. So the main thing is just to know what products that you're using and be able to pass that information down.
Anytime we can partner from farm to fork, that's better for our business, because we do produce a very good, wholesome product. We just have to we have to validate what we do in order for the consumer to have the confidence that everything was done right. That's just the way it is today. And everybody has to be on the same page to produce a quality product that we can feel good about when we present it to the retailer or the customer.
Adding value to calves, decreasing sickness and production losses in the feedlot, and ultimately helping enhance beef quality are all key benefits of the SelectVac preconditioning program from Pfizer Animal Health. Reporting from Nebraska, I'm Brian Baxter for NCBA's Cattleman to Cattleman.
To get started with the SelectVac program, contact your veterinarian or your local Pfizer Animal Health representative, or just visit us at cattlemantocattleman.org.